Hi guys, BanryuTV here. Today I update my Blade Dancer guide because I have finally completed my PvE build and my PvP build. First let's talk about the PvP build. You need to change two accessories in which you have your skills. So what I'm using is the purple Blitz Blade for cancelling defense for like 6 seconds. It's not mandatory but it's useful. Flock of Blades to escape a grab, 5-point strike days to knock people up. And as for the other accessory, I will body kick, which pierces defense. So for example, if somebody is blocking, you can knock him down with this. And phantom grip for recovery, because you want to recover your chi if you hit them, or if other people hit them. And Sorry Falcon knockdown, more CC always useful. And this is the PvP build. So these are the skills to use for PvP. And next we're gonna be talking about the PvE build. So basically it's the same thing, but you stack Stormcleaves because now they're cheap. You can also use the Thunder/X skill, but I'm not using it because I find out that it's the green book is not worth it because it uses an animation and you can just do left click and F instead. So what I'm using is the normal 5-point strike. Because this way, for example, I can do this and stack with. So this is the PvE build I'm using and it works. So this purple Flaming Scourge gives you 20 stacks so that you can instantly do this, which is very useful. So you can buy that. But it's kinda expensive, like 5,000 minimum gems. There's the blue versions if you cannot afford it. It also works. For the Stormcleave stacks, if you don't have Divine Gems, you can just use one Stormcleave and stack Lightning Flash cooldown reduction instead. If you cannot afford these multiple blue Stormcleaves, just stack the green Lightning Flash cooldown reduction. And for the badge, I'm using Fatal Blade and the purple Stormcleave one, which is also expensive. I got it by gambling with the chest, and this one same thing. You can also buy them in F5 if you want. For example, I'm selling a Lightning Flash one, but for this build where you stack Stormcleaves, it's the Fatal Blade one you need, whereas the Lightning Flash one is if you use the Flicker and Lightning Flash additional damage build that some people use because it's cheap and works, but we're using the cooldown reduction version because we want to stack as many Stormcleaves as possible. And from what I've heard, the other build is better TPS because it's more consistent, where this one is more burst. But I'd assume late game this one will be better as we get more items and badges, because that's how it was in the other games. Because the other build where you just do Lightning Flash and Flicker, you only use the same two skills, so it should not stack better long term, but right now it works good. About DPS, it just depends if you have purple books or not. For example, I don't have the purple Stormcleave, which is very expensive, like 30,000 gems. But ideally, if you have the Divine Gems for it, you want to buy Flaming Scourge purple, Stormcleave purple, and Lightning Flash cooldown reduction purple. The difference is this one resets your V spell much faster, 2 seconds against 0.5 seconds, so you can spam more Vs. But as I said, Lightning Flash cooldown reduction and purple Stormcleave are very expensive. Blue Stormcleaves are cheaper now, like 500 gems, so and follow the same build. Next, about this Thunder/Slash spell, it might be worth it if you have the purple one, but I found out the green one is not worth it. Just waste your time doing the animation or you can just left click and F. Now I'm gonna show you the rotations. So let me show you my stats. Here you need crit and crit damage. You can also get accuracy as a second stat, and also piercing works because the two latest dungeons require a lot of piercing. 2000 ideally, and you can see here I got 1600. So don't forget to put your psyches, like Hymogen's psyche for these ones, and the weapon psyche, and etc. Also prime your soul shields, try to get crit rate and crit damage, or crit rate and accuracy works, or crit damage accuracy, because you need like 1300 accuracy this patch, and next patch you will need much more, so having a lot of accuracy won't hurt. And minimum 1000 if you want to hit something. The bosses somehow also not only are tanky but evade a lot, so these stats matter. But the main stats are crit rate and crit damage, which boosts your damage overall. So ideally you want accessories with crit rate, crit damage, or crit damage accuracy, crit rate accuracy. Even piercing works if you don't have enough piercing, because the latest bosses have a lot of defense, so you need a lot of piercing to counter that. Next. So if you want to boss PvP and PvE, make two builds, buy 2 items for PvP stuff with HP and stuff like that, with HP I guess. And for PvE, just crit rate, crit damage, crit rate accuracy, or crit damage, penetration, etc. These stats work. The other stats are all useless, except maybe HP, because you still want to not die quickly. But you can get HP easily by putting psyches on your 5 to 8 soul shields. So I'm using Profane, but once you get BSH you can swap to it, but you need good stats like crit rate, crit damage, accuracy, or penetration. These 4 stats work for PvP and also PvE, so you can go wrong with that. All the other stats are useless, except for the buff resistance for PvP. You can still keep your Profane soul shields if you want doing PvP. Next, for your insignias you want attack power, but you can get attack power and crit rate nowadays, so you can also work on that. And for the cards I'm using this set, life drain, attack power, and accuracy. But you can use anything that involves crit rate, crit damage, piercing, or critical rate. Also 48 life drain at this point is not good, but it's cheap, so I put it, because I can not afford other stuff, or don't have other stuff. Finally, leveling up increases your stats overall, so you can do more damage, so you can do all your dailies every day, and then spam like Bloodshade training for XP points or cold storage, or in Poharan if you cannot do these, to level up, which will make your character stronger, as the enemy bosses have debuffs. Now I'm gonna show you the basic rotation for Lightning Blade Dancer. So you want to engage with, if you have to stack bleeds, you can just do this and stack your bleeds. Once your 5 bleeds are stacked, you use your Infernal Core. And keep attacking like this, and once you get 16 stacks you can use your V spell. It does maximum damage at 16 stacks. So as you can see, pressing F resets your Stormcleave by 2 seconds. To make sure you're doing the animation cancelling properly, just watch if you press F if it resets by 2 seconds. Also you will get these 2 steps. So check your animation cancel. Example here it's good. If you get 2 of them it's working. Here I got Finally, just dodge the boss's attacks like this or this, and you can also press tab to go back to normal stance and stack bleeds. And stacking bleeds is important in your latest dungeons, otherwise you cannot clear it. So for example, do your attacks, and once your bleed stacks are running out, just press tab and left click. If you get knocked up, just press X and left click to stack again. Finally, you can knock down when you have to, and don't grab because you will lose a lot of DPS, and you need a lot of DPS on the final bosses in the latest dungeons, so people don't grab usually. But there's one exception: you could grab the boss as it's about to enrage, so that it kinda delays the enrage timer. You're in like 10 seconds, but you need for a 6 seconds book for that. Now I think I covered everything or not. By the way, press 2 often so that you get your focus back. Like this gives focus. So keep pressing it. Also use this if you have the purple book. You press Z and just right click. Or in the blue book, if you're hitting ads, like if you want to AoE, this is your AoE spell. The other way to AoE is to use your core, obviously, and press 3 and Z AC, which will deal more. You can also use your right click to parry. So for example, you're hitting the boss and he does some AoE. You press right click and it will block it. You need to block the thing that CCs you. So for example, if the boss spins 3 times, you press tab or right click when you're in lightning throw stance to block the sword attack so that you don't get knocked back. Finally, use your potions so you don't die if you get damaged, and you can also use your Maelstrom and Light Protection to in specific times. For example, for the Poharan Ice Bomb or the Chef Light Bomb, Flashbang, etc. When you are required to do so. Otherwise, just ignore it. And if you have other people who can do Maelstrom, you can also lock it so that it's easier for you to stack bleeds. It's very hard to stack bleeds as a lightning blade dancer because you lose DPS and it's not part of your normal rotation. But with a lot of training you can do it. So I think I covered everything now. As for PvP, just check my PvP video. You can check how to use these spells. For PVE, I haven't made a video yet with this build, so I'm gonna upload one. You can check what I'm doing and copy it. And I think we've covered everything now. So let me know what you guys need to know in the comments, and see you later. Bye.